you are. The stream is about to start. Grab your favorite drink. Sit back and relax. You're chilling with HexAsians. With your host, Crypto Vince, Uncle Kevin Hex, and middle class working man.
HexAsians? Nice.
Konnichiwa! Konnichiwa! Emotional damage. Give me sushi!
Namaste, HexAsians. How is everyone doing? A very warm welcome to the chat. We have two viewers here. I think Yodin joined in. He was let's fucking go, but my internet didn't help me with going live on time, so it's okay. And my favorite Sandy B in the building is saying, "Good morning, fam. No more price predictions, please." See, what are well, these are the few times like you feel, at least I feel good. You know, I told you last week it was a good time to buy the dip, but that's what I do. Like I say each time, like buy the dip. But now we may have seen some of the turning of tides, people are prices moving up, but but I'm hoping we have a few more people in chat, but while we wait for them to join, let me know if you can what you guys are drinking. I'm not drinking anything, but I have to share some like this stream is not sponsored sponsored by Pepsi, but yeah, I got a free tumbler for I don't remember. Think it was pizza combo with pizza, but hey, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. There were a couple of things I wanted to discuss. Yes. First of all, last week, kind of amazing. There was this documentary that came out, or so-called documentary. I would rather call it a mockumentary by a guy called Sota Chronicles on X. I've Twitter, but he was accusing a lot of people that and some of the hacks that happened were like premeditated with social engineering 1 month at least in advance, which included the Pulse Latina and I don't even remember all the coins, but like I did it first, kind of thing. Like, I said I did this live stream a few weeks ago titled Guilty by Association. which like so I admit that like I may be guilty by of complacency. But the thing is, yeah, the documentary, it's more of accusations, not isn't any kind of hard evidence there. They said they are going to come up with a uh, part two. So if they do, and it contains something like really incriminating, then let's see. But definitely worth the entertainment. But I stay away from this group. But there were some key takeaways from that video. First of all, like I've said this, I think I've said this multiple times. Uh, uh, Talk about crypto, not about your crypto. That is, don't reveal your personal holdings to anyone. You don't know who is kind of trying to play an angle on you. So that's in general. So that is why I always say, like, I am just a shy shrimp. I don't, yeah, don't reveal your holdings. Secondly, yeah, this was regarding the security guys, right? And there is, oh, sorry, chat is a bit lagging. Sandy is drinking black iced tea. Oops, Freud in sleep. Black black iced coffee. Yeah, very good, very good. Nice. The weather here is kind of like in the morning. It was I had iced coffee. It was that kind of day. Now it's night. Now I am not drinking anything, and there is Mr. Nope, Mr. Joe's Johnny is singing Dignity. Where is this? I oh my god. For people to get that meme, I have to play that here. Where is it? People have already logged off. Why? Please come back. Please come back. Am I live? Boring, boring. I didn't. Am I the only one watching? Can maybe I should have turned off my screen and shown the X chart. Where is it? Where is it? Share present. Yeah, maybe this looks much better on camera. This is the hex price on with pulse. I mean, the MACD is again negative. Bollinger Bands are already starting to contract, but we don't know how long it will be this way. What is going on here? Yeah. Wait. If yeah, here is the link to join. If anybody wants to join, fight me regarding what's going on. Like I posted this. Now Hex has been doing great. I hope let's see if I have the other chart. I'm trying to bring up the EHEX versus Hex chart. Uh, it's doing great. Like I have told multiple times. Yeah. Mm. Mm, yes. Versus Hex. Uh, shit. Sorry if my stream is lagging a bit, but it's going to be okay. We will. Oh, okay. So this is the EHEX. I hope I, the EHEX versus. Sorry, this is the 4 hour chart. This let's say the daily chart. Mm, So so EHEX versus Hex has been doing fairly okay. Yeah, this was in March when Richard Hart tweeted, "Yeah, the market has decided." That is the title of the stream, by the way. Uh, and then we saw a crash, and now the price is somewhat, or the ratio has somewhat stabilized around 1 is to 3. I think it went down as low as 1 is to 5 or 1 is to 6. And now it's around 1 is to 3. So stable. And what happens eh, when the ratio remains stable is it's a really good opportunity to be providing liquidity. And I posted that chart on X, which is it shows around 20% APY, which is decent, I would say. Considering you are like got one side of the liquidity pool for free. Now it's up to you to decide which price is which token is more valuable. Yes, of course, on pulse chain, hex on pulse chain is more valuable because you cannot stake the other tokens as of now. I heard a few developers working on doing something like that, but that's a different issue. But here's the deal, like there is no such thing like the market is decided. Like it's like when people say, in the end, truth alone triumphs. But it's like it, you decide what is the truth when you decide to end, and you say that is the truth. It's kind, I hope, like so. This is a continuous process. There are going to be price fluctuation, price ratio changes, and you know there are still people who keep saying there will be parity between 1 is to 1 parity between hex and ehex. I still don't believe that, or rather, I think that that should never be the case because not only the gas fee is different, the t-share rates are different, and the amount of tokens staked are different. So overall payouts are different. I had come up with a new theory, rather that there will be parity, but the parity is going to be in terms of the yield that you can earn daily. So right now, if I go to, I hope I can open. Let's see if that site opens upon over here. So if we compare the payouts on like e-hex side as well as the hex side, uh, in terms of USD, let's see if I can bring that up. It's loading, it's loading, don't worry. Hey, why is the chat looking empty? Don't just don't be an NPC. Say something in chat. Like, I know you guys are kind of busy, but still. Hmm, yeah. So these are the stats for today. Like, on Pulse chain, around 9% is staked, whereas on Ethereum 8 point, oh, sorry, 10% on Pulse chain and 9% or 8.5% on Ethereum. But if you compare the daily payout in terms of USD on the Ethereum side, I have to bring out the calculator. 0. Uh, I see Charles Stone joining us. Thank you for joining. Like thanks for is saying thanks for streaming this morning. The HexAsians show has been going on almost 4 years now around this time. So nice to see you. If you have any questions or remarks, please let me know. If anything you want to discuss, let's have some. I like it when there is back and forth between the chat. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself. Yeah. But where was I? Yeah, I was going to calculate the payout in percent per day. 0.0172 divided by 87 in into 100. Uh, so it's around point 2%. Sandy is saying just here listening. Nothing really to debate. Yeah. Yeah. It's okay. I guess you are busy. Busy man. I am the one who is you know jobless. So it's okay. Charles, do you think EHEX should be valued higher? See, this is something am very always kind of clear of. Like, I am a EHEX holder, so asking whether it should be valued higher, it is like asking a barber whether you want whether you should get a haircut. Of course, I believe hex on both chains should be valued much higher. Mm, uh, but it's up to us or the market to decide, and by the market, it's up to you. So whether you are so in short, yes, of course, I want want it to be much higher, and that is why I stream. Um, and see, the thing is, I kind of believe the ratio between E hex and hex one should be around 1:3 right now. I'm kind of okay with it. So when maybe price prediction wise, I hope we reach $2.01 on both chains combined, with point 0.5 cents, or sorry, 50 cents for EX and 1.5 $5 for Hex. So yes, I hope, like, yes, see, it's easier to make these moon predictions when price is rising, uh, and it still be called a sane. If I, even though I have been saying this for a long time, but let's see. And I see Parlay from far away joining us. Nice to see you. Sub Balong. I don't know what language that is. No speak Americano. So again, so the other calculation I was doing 0.061 divided by 314 into 100 is equal, see, again 0.1942. So you see the payout on both the the daily payout on both chains is around the same. So that is what I'm getting at. I expect that parity to continue. If there is what you want, an expectation of a higher return uh, on one chain, then people will migrate to that chain. Um, and then the and when that happens, the price on the other chain also kind of rises. It's difficult to point out, but this is what we are kind of seeing. And speaking of which, we are expecting a sort of a big payday today, or rather tomorrow. That is because there why can't yeah, payout on Ethereum was 7.3, and payout on Pulse chain was around 10. Why did that happen? There was a couple of big end stakes on Pulse chain. Don't know why. Now, doesn't seem like a hack to me. So one that's one thing. Charles is saying fair. Yeah, seems like 1:3 is all right. Yeah, 1:3. Now you would ask me where did I come up with that number, I didn't come out, uh, come out like out of nowhere. It was around that ratio when we had a test net running for around 2 years, 1 year, right? We had, so on testnet that ratio was around there, and the ratio with pulse chain was around 250, and with pulsex it kind of varied more, but so right now everything is looking fine. uh, what else? And there is something, is this can you guys see? I'm not able to exactly zoom in. I hope I can. So this is a huge uh, late stake that happened. I think it is a Godwill stake that is in grace period around July. So, and it's I around 300, and I don't know how it's the scale, but there is a this huge emergent pending or bleeding stake that is there. So that is something to be on a lookout for. I hope nobody does a what you call a uh, I one for I very few people talk about it. A good accounting function that is uh, to liquidate this stake, so we don't have to worry about payout. I don't think there are any. Yes, the next major, yeah, it is in million hex. So three, around third was that 3,570 million. That is 3.5 billion hex. Uh, are going to be paid out in the future. Uh, I don't know. We'll have to do some chain analysis for get. Um, don't tell that to John Wick. Yeah, yeah, I remember yeah, the John Wick. Don't know where he disappeared. I don't. Maybe I've muted him on Twitter, or I think he went completely silent. He had emergency and staked a few of the Godwill stakes. Uh, then only to then like the Godwill then uh, ended them properly or minted the hex. But the thing is, when you do that emergency or good account, the late stakes, what happens is the payout, uh, like the hex gets into circulation, the in terms of payout to the early or the shorter stakes. So it is overall not that. positive for the market. Yes, if you are having your stakes coming out at the same time, then it's good for you. But uh, people, you're creating liquid hex for people to sell, which is not. Uh, I'll I'll share the. I'll stop sharing this. Share the next. So I talked about the, yeah, the market still is not decided. The ratio, I hope it remains around 1:3. And if since the ratio is kind of stable, I see, how should I put it? There is decent volume plus uh, volume and liquidity in the EX hex pool. So you should, if you have EHEX, then you should port it or bridge it over to the hex side and use it for liquidity providing, which I've mentioned multiple times. That was one thing like on top of my mind. We talked about the mockumentary, security tips. Uh, yeah, the one thing was, yeah, don't talk about your crypto. Don't join shady Telegram groups. This is something I had to talk about. Like Richard Hart has taken down most of the Hex and Pulse related channels which were other than the main groups. He has shut down the Hex India chat and the Hex Philippines chat. I don't know which other groups he had created, and he has taken down the links for Telegram uh, on the official Hex website. So that is one thing. So don't join any shady Telegram groups. And if you are going, one thing from I learned from the documentary, like, yeah, these insider trading groups, yeah, nobody should be trusted. It's the wild, wild west. Uh, there are, to be more exact, what comes to mind is there is no honor about among thieves. So yeah, don't expect expect some shit coinery to happen when you are joining uh, supposedly pump and dump group. Then you can expect them to dump on you as well. And something I always have talked about or told, yeah, take your cyber security a bit more seriously if you are into crypto. Yeah, hardware wallets are good, but they are not the end of it all. Uh, like the biggest risk in crypto or getting hacked in crypto is via social engineering, not via any electronic hack. That is what I kind of cringed at when that I watching that video. Like, yeah, I don't think there are people who are kind of sophisticated enough to hijack your uh, wireless mouse or keyboard and input commands on your computer remotely. It's simply you are giving smart unruly smart contracts permissions. So yeah, revoke.cash uh, is the website where you can revoke permissions to smart contracts. Use it frequently, uh, or you can also do that via Etherscan. Mm, that's one thing. The other thing I wanted to talk about, yeah, the Richard Hart case has been postponed and not it has been postponed to the day of Halloween. Now, yeah, I am a tinfoil hatter in that regard. Like, it seems like a conspiracy to because uh, to hide the case in social media so that like yeah, hexicans are the kind of real few real users left on crypto Twitter. It's like other than bots, like so when these like that data is kind of looked at, and people, they might be, it might be intentional to so that the case can be hidden under the Halloween tweets. So that is one thing. And we have Ahmed Nabil joining us. A very good evening to you too. Nice to see. You were talking about the SEC case against Richard Hart. Apparently, there is another case going on, or he's been charged with tax evasion, and along with, I think it's there on the Finnish some news. Wait a minute. Sorry. The Finnish news, but and they have also charged him with assault, like throw the book at him. It's like they are trying to change the public opinion regarding Richard Hart and Hex in general right before the case. Uh, Ahmed, what did you miss? Uh, about half an hour. I don't, other than greetings, we talked about the hex ratio trades, and yeah, the nothing interesting as such. Yeah, a few security tips regarding hex. What else interesting? Yeah, and this is what we are talking about. The other thing, yes, the yeah, regarding Richard Hart and his lawyers, the SSC case, one of his lawyers gave testimony in the Congress, in front of Congress, I guess. So that video was shared on X, which is I look. First, I watched his uh, like I watched the whole video, the entire hearing, uh, like just yesterday, and it's kind of like, and I'm kind of enraged. Like, how are these people allowed to lie so much? Like, there, and even in 2024, they are still using the same arguments. Oh, like there is no real use case for crypto. It doesn't have a killer app yet. I'm like, if that is the real case, then there this hearing wouldn't have been happening. And money is the biggest killer app when it comes to crypto. Even if it is just Bitcoin, being able to do cross country transactions instantaneously, even though like uh, on Bitcoin it takes around an hour, but not if you are using Lightning Network, and if it takes around 7 seconds on Pulse Chain. I Pulse Chain, that was the last time I had seen around 7 or 8 seconds, maybe high or low, but yeah. Sandy Singh, because we won't do anything about it but call them out, we will not take action ever. Uh, Like, I don't know what action can we take. Uh, uh, but there were like these kind of weird logical statement, and he even made a like one of the members made a like a Hollywood dialogue like, uh, that's why I like the SEC laws. I keep growing older. They say this, they stay the same. If a reference to what was that movie? Dazed and Confused. Like, but do you know like that movie? He makes the statement regarding college girls. So that itself is kind of uh, borderline PDF file. But um, yeah, and why that happens is because new girls come in and the old ones go away. So it's like you should be making new laws to keep up with the industry, and they are like, no, we don't have to change the laws. Action has become taboo. We will continue to lie. They will continue to lie to us, and we'll continue to accept it. That's the thing. Like people, I think we spoke about this a few days ago. Like people just accept everything at face value because they want it to be true, kind of. So unless there needs to be a awakening of sort, I hope it takes place. But the other thing he was saying, like, and they even gave an example, like i- the SEC filings, getting permission, you needed to give like a revenue, or not revenue details, but some other internal details, which really it's not possible to for blockchains in general. So how are they don't want to change that. The other thing is like, where was that? Mm, this whole thing, like then they were of course saying, oh, it's only criminals who want to use the blockchain, or and like the, the the general public doesn't use it. That is why like it has no use case for the general public. That is why we haven't seen any adoption. And I'm like, on the one hand you are trying to ban it, and there has definitely been some kind of, what was the word I'm looking for, silencing or the chilling effect regarding crypto. Like people still don't want to buy or get involved in crypto because yeah, the legality of it is still ambiguous. So on one hand, you are actively trying to silence it, and then you are saying why isn't there any adoption? Like hypocrisy at its best. If any crypto community goes against the SEC to fight, to other community will watch on the sidelines or wish for it to fail. Yes, that is true. Uh, that is, see, the that is what we have seen regarding the XRP case. But frankly, like, so, no, there are everybody like prizes their own value, own bag more, and think that there is a competition uh, between other chains, whereas our real competition is the banks. And that is what, like, if I was going to argue, like, why aren't the banks being shut down because of the same things that happen as in crypto? But I am kind of forgetting. I should have written it down, man. Like all the points. Yeah, but the thing is, it's a 2 hour long discussion. If I like, if I discuss it point by point, then it would be a 4 hour long video. Uh, that's the other thing. Like, it's easy to make a false statement. It is difficult to disprove them. And they were, I think, the lawyer. I don't know whether it was Richard Hart's lawyer who pointed it out, or someone else, but there is this. They made. They are using the word digital asset securities, which is still not a legal term as of now. So and so, or it is not in the legislative jargon or some rule books. So they shouldn't be using the term. So the yeah, the fight is going on. What I really hope for or wish somebody would do is get the SEC uh, case being live streamed on a news channel or on TV actually. You know, like the Johnny Depp case. Uh, mm, mm, Maybe it would be kind of beneficial, but for the Hex community. Uh, mm, the other thing I wondered, apparently, speaking of SEC and lawsuits, like the FTX lawsuit, if anybody remembers, apparently they have been able to recuperate a huge amount of funds, and they are going to distribute them around this. I think it was around December. So we are entering the bull market. And I was listening to one of the older streams, which was 2 weeks last month, where Alan Fizame was there. He was discussing. Yeah, we were expecting a rate cut around this time, around 25 bips. but they did it for 50 bips, which is very bullish. But in a kind of a way, it is not really good. Like it, it is indicating that right, oh, oh, we have a friend joining us. Uh, let's see if you can add him here.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Asperger's. How are you? I will remove this.
Wunderbar.
Wunderbar. Yes, with the October Fest coming up in Germany, everything is wunderbar, especially how the price is looking. So, yeah, when the price of Hex is going up, it seems good. So, what do you want to talk about? Hmm.
Not much. I was listening to a Spaces last night about ICP garbage. I don't know what that crap's all about. Have you heard of this ICP scam going around?
I joined the space for a little while. But apparently I joined in a bit late. The speakers had left, and so I logged off as well. See, the look, the intentions were very good. That should be this kind of crossover between communities. Yeah, but really, I whenever we do that with Hex or Persian, what happens is rather than the people from those other community joining us, they try to reach out the weaker members from our community to their side. So
Yeah.
yeah, plus like ICP, I think it's a kind of an old chain, like around 2018, 19. So uh, like we are seeing the what you call the rising tide raises all boats. So uh, with like we were saying, with the rate cuts, everything is going to be in. We are in. Looks like we are in the. You are just entering the bull market. I hope it's not a bull trap right now. Doesn't seem like, but we'll have to see because end of September and early October we will get the quarter three results, and then what happens to the market we'll just have to see. Oh, we have DJ Cryptomatic joining us. Oh, that's why you said Wundaba. Uh, I, I didn't see that. I,
No, that's why he said
and
Wunderbar.
oh, Wundaba. Uh, mm, then there is international computing. Is it? Oh, international computing. Oh shit! I was going to sing I had charged it. The battery died out again.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Oh,
Dig diddy.
hello, DJ Captomatic. Wunderbar. Ah, mm, mm. Anyways, You know, the last I sang on the golden mic 2 weeks ago, and that is kind of corresponding with the change in the uh, price chart. You know.
Mark the
Mm,
bottom of the bear.
yeah. So people who took the hint, like, I hope they are doing well.
Yeah.
That is, how Illuminati work. Only if you know the signal, you know the signal. Otherwise, oops. Yeah, my internet is again going to be crazy. Uh, was seeing something. Mm, There now this kind of crazy. It's borderline conspiracy, but not really. Like, there is going to be change in the weather pattern uh, occurring around the end of the year. I hope you guys are aware of this thing called El Nino phenomena, El Nino and La Nina. So, uh, which is like mm, it's
Warm
to
water out in the ocean.
yeah, warm water thing. So apparently the currents are going this year. It's going to be La Nina. So there is going to be a kind of reversal of currents. So literally the tides are changing. And
Hallelujah.
so we may be, and when La Nina is usually considered a kind of prosperous time for the Southeast Asia. So something that to go that also kind of plays in. But
All spontaneously changing because of the golden mic. Even the tides
uh,
respect the golden mic.
yeah, and like I say, it's about frequency. I put out the positive frequency that resonates with everything.
Everything has to just be subordinate to the most positive frequency that comes out of the golden mic.
Yeah, yeah. Other like, but where was I? Was I going to talk about? Yeah, El Nino brings storm and La Nina brings hot weather. I think it's something around that line. So that is also going to play in. Plus, like we kind of predicted it, yeah, with the election year. They are going to start printing, giving out more handouts to voters. Uh,
Yeah, they're giving all the money
so
to the illegals.
yeah,
Need to tell the
yeah,
illegals about Hex and see if Hex will accept food stamps. You need to have like a food version of Hex that the illegals can purchase with their EBT cards.
yeah. That's a great onboarding idea. Like buy X.
A Hex burger. Buy a bunch of Hex burgers.
You, anyways, but I think somebody had put out an kind of an ad. Like I think it was like Eco Builder kind of retweeted it. I don't know. Was it someone? Rather, I would rather not name him. He's willing to like give
A hundred,
away yeah,
$150?
10,000 bucks for coming up with a good marketing idea for Hex.
No way,
But
it was $10,000.
so like the whole, I am like, yeah, great post for getting engagement. Move away. I
Yeah,
I
great post
wanted
for
to do.
yeah, that guy that was giving
eh,
the money out is a big pile of crap. I wonder where he got that money from. Probably from selling courses to Hexicans instead of buying Hex.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah,
so
yeah. Like
fuck that
I,
dude.
yeah, I think like I remember like Richard used to curse who's that? Tony Ways for doing that. Like if you are really good at trading, then you would be making money trading, not selling courses on how to trade. Like
Yeah, they
so.
seems like they all sell introduction to their like private Telegram thing, and then they just manipulate their users that paid to get information and sell on their heads. Like it's just disgusting. I was just watching what DCC last night, and it's like, I mean, he'll show everything. You got, I mean, it's just the whole thing's just ridiculous. It's like there's no line. It's well, oh, Richard will do a stream with DCC, and then DCC will do a stream with so and so shilling all of the garbage. So it's like, how do you filter out the garbage? It's like you just have to assume anyone talking about anything outside of a Richard Hart token is a piece of shit. It's about as clear as the filtrations go. And this whole ICP it's like it's a new craze every week. It's like, oh, ICP or NFT or blah blah. It's like, did Richard Hart make that? What's going to happen with any of those specific tokens or any of those contracts, any of those things when the SEC comes after them? Are they going to have an extra $30 million for lawyer fees? I doubt it.
Like, see, the thing is, yeah, I wanted to join that. It was called a debate, right?
Yeah, I would have
I
loved to join
wanted
it,
to.
but I was blocked by the host months ago. So,
Uh,
and he was even saying in the space that, oh yeah, I don't block anybody. Well, I've got proof. You blocked
I
me. And
like
meanwhile, it's Hexicans versus ICP, and there's no Hexicans in there. They're just shilling fucking ICP for 10 hours to Hexicans. It's fucking awesome.
yeah, like yeah, and it's really not that difficult to take down other tokens. Like I remember, there was this identity block. He was talking about a protocol, and another protocol built on top of Hex, where you can borrow against your staked Hex. So he was talking. I was there, and I was like, yeah, this makes sense when the price is going up. What happens when the price is starts going down? What do you do? And the developer was like, I haven't really thought about that. Ex- Like, dude, like, how how am I even supposed to continue arguing? Like, and that's a different thing. Like, I can't go all out against people. It's like not in my nature, but yeah, very rarely does some like I get triggered and like it,
Yeah, it's just nonstop though. Just new people coming in pretending to be the best of all time while Richard's like in the background not able to say anything, and everyone's, oh yeah, Hexican this, and we're gonna talk to them because Hex is involved. Meanwhile, it's just some idiot from some other platform shilling their garbage bags to Hexicans like forever, and it's just gross to watch.
Yeah, yeah, and that that's something I like now. Did you watch the? I was talking about the documentary, like the guy called Sota Chronicles had put, pushed put out last week sometime. But you see, it doesn't really have uh, any evidence, like concrete evidence, but it does raise a lot of question, man. And I've said this like now. I'm losing faith in a lot of people. Like, and maybe it's just them showing people have changed a lot. People have changed a lot. I
Yeah.
think
You're talking about a
and
documentary by one of the derivative guys, the Totiani guy, or whatever the heck his stupid name is. I'm not sure if I know what you're talking about.
there is this documentary by a guy called Sota Chronicles, Sota Chronicles.
Oh, okay. I've seen a
No,
lot of him.
so,
He flips back and forth all the time about Hex. He'll say
yeah,
something
yeah.
super
So
positive about Hex, and then he'll talk complete nonsense about something else. It's pretty awesome. I'm
yeah,
pretty sure I
so
blocked him.
yeah, but yeah. So the I don't know if his only purpose was to sow seeds of doubt in the hex community, which
Yeah, that's why he says such
it's
positive stuff one breath, and then all this negative stuff in the next
yeah,
tweet. So
yeah, yeah, but yeah, some of the things he said, like there is always when you are lying, you should sprinkle in some truth. So some of those truths, at least I think, are right. If his only purpose was sowing seeds of doubt, yeah, I think I've been affected, but that has occurred way before then the documentary came out. Like, but eh, yeah, that's another thing. Like on one day you see these people fighting each other, like they are like again up against their sorry, like
is that
but
the
and
lowest?
the next.
Is that the lowest of stakes documentary or something? What is it?
No,
What's the
no,
name?
no. I don't know what is. I don't remember the name of it, and I can't search it up right now. That's what I don't want it to gain much traction anymore. Uh,
Perfect.
well, what was I saying? Like, yeah, one day these guys are fighting each other. Next day they're all buddy in the same space.
Out on a yacht.
Singing.
Out on a yacht
Yeah.
with Captain RG3.
Mhm. Like, and see, like I said, there is, yeah, correlation doesn't mean causation, but there is no smoke without fire. Like, if you went from cleaning poop decks to touring on yachts, like, and the only thing that you did in between was buy Hex, then we know how you got your money from Hex, and by that we mean by selling Hex. So yeah, it's okay. Like I always say, it's okay. It's your money. It's okay to sell. The problem is after selling, you shit talk people for holding on, and
Yeah.
then on top, then on top of that, you shit talk the hex itself. Like, So and then
Yeah.
go on to other coins, chill other coins. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You know.
And then those people are doing streams with quote unquote Hexicans, and then they do their own streams and they're shilling Titan X or some other crap coin like in the next stream while they're up here. Oh yeah, I'm a Hexican. I'm a Hexican. Join my channel. And
Yeah, and yeah, remember the big YouTuber that was supposed to join the Pulsion community and launched his token on Pulsion, then rugged, and then now he doesn't even mention any of the even his own token on Pulsion, like
are you talking about
talking
Ben?
about yeah, Ben,
Yeah.
Bitboy.
Oh my God. Yeah.
In his career was over and should have been over if it if these Hexicans had not supported him at that
Thrown
point.
out the
Like
life rope to him when he was drowning, when he's just been a pile of crap forever. It's like it's weird. It's weird logic for Hexicans. It's like I don't know where it comes from, other than Richard, where it's like, oh yeah, I mean, you can go on with BitBoy, even though he's a piece of garbage. You can get viewers and eyes and whatnot. Which true. I mean, some people have heard about Hex through BitBoy, but I mean, he's a pile of garbage, and it's depressing to see Hexicans on stream with him when he's just a horrible representative of human existence.
and man, like it is. Meanwhile, Hexicans are no support for other community members. For them, they are a competition. Like watch this channel. No, uh, you know, uh, we have around 1.7K subscribers, and I know for sure like 800 or 900 of them are bots because nobody, three viewers on live, nobody talks about this or have you like I the moment I get an opportunity to speak in public, I always jump on whichever live stream there is an open mic. But I have still I have never been actively been asked for an interview or what you call other than the Pulse conferences, which is to be where I get 10 minutes of fame. But mm, anyways,
Yeah. Well,
sorry. Just looking at the chat, Sandy is definitely the mic. No one believes NASA's second moon. uh, need need to stop Haitians from eating cats. Save the cats. Yeah, maybe X
yeah.
for save cats.
Send the Haitians to Governor Gavin Newsom's house. That's how you save the cats.
Ah, I'm sure. I'm sure if illegals cried enough, they would get crypto for free. Yeah, but like it's all we make fun of these things, but like I because of these memes, kind of I read through a little bit of Haitian history. I don't like it's not they are poor because they don't have anything. Like they were made to pay you like reparations for being enslaved. Yeah, they had to pay reparations to their French colonizers because they lost their territory. and they have been like the whole IMF thing, how they have been exploited is crazy. So, but really, like,
Yeah, and that also forced them to sell all of their land to corporations like I forget which one, like banana companies, like all of their
yeah,
natural
those,
resources are sold off to American foreign interests, and they probably did it at a cheap rate because they got to pay the interest to the IMF. Complete scoundrels. Meanwhile, they got weather manipulating technology causing earthquakes in their country and completely ruining their infrastructure. And then if they want to build it back, they got to take more loans from the IMF. And then the IMF tells them what they can build, which just gives the corporations that stole all their land better infrastructure to further parasite and leach all of the rest of the resources from their country. And then we ship them over here, probably only shipping the ones over here that are actively practicing voodoo magic to fucking destroy our country and bring demons in. Like, but whatever.
like, I, it's like what was I saying before as well. And on the other hand, the real ones summoning demon, they are given free aid at zero cost, to be exact, to Israel. Like, uh, how much money has been sent over to Israel and Ukraine? Like, from why is there this war going on, and now they are attacking other countries and as well. Meanwhile, the oh shit, the big military industrial complex is making billions, trillions to be. You don't even know. Like, I mean, it's hey, and was up Tim Top? Where was Biden wore a Trump hat? Maybe we can convince him to be wear a hex hat. Maybe we should. He won't. Like, he won't realize which kind, what type
Our
of hat he's wearing.
our
I
ish
don't.
needs to just he needs to just take some of that SAC money and create another Biden clone and dress him up and pretend like he's the real deal.
uh, but the thing is, other than that, like, I think I saw that picture of Biden wearing Trump hat. But now, like, do you really believe anything on social media? Like, yeah, that's the one more thing they have done. Like, now AI generated images are getting better and better. Even the thumbnail, like, it's pretty good. AI generated. Uh, but yeah, like, how do we trust? And that is how they kind of, yeah, sowing seeds of distrust. Anyways, s- Sandy is saying, I'm starting baby oil coin. White paper is a little slippery. No DD. Yeah, so that's the other news that was going on. What is going to happen? Nothing. They are already putting out memes. Diddy didn't kill himself. Uh, hopefully something comes out of it. But hey, the Epstein files have been available for more than 4 years now, I guess, but no action has been taken. So what do you expect? Anyways, this went in a bit too political. But we cannot keep politics out of everything. Uh, hey, If you have don't have anything to talk about, I'm going to end this live stream. It's Mr. Asperger's, you are on mute.
Yeah, I don't know, just a bunch of political nonsense. I'm just glad the rates have been cut, and that seems to be the only thing that matters, and everything else everyone else has ever talked about the market needing to turn around for any other reason has been complete mumbo jumbo, because it's completely manipulated by the Federal Reserve, who can do whatever they want because they're a private bank acting in private interests, and they've got enough of the working class people poor enough where they can cut interest rates. So congratulations, Federal Reserve. You ruined enough people's lives. We can now turn the market around and go into a bull market. Thank you very much, Gary Gensler.
Yeah, this trickle down economics, like, hey, the rates have been cut at federal level, but how does it affect your personal credit, or do your credit card bill become lower? No, it's just the banks are able to get money for cheaper, and they can buy up assets which are at the lows to sell it them higher. So not only, but they are basically buying up property. Anyways, it's yeah, crazy. I think yeah, that's about it for the my last message is always going to be fuck the Fed, just buy Hex, and
Take it and go.
so that's about it from my end. I will hopefully see you guys next week, same time. Bye bye.
মাওয়াইলে বডি গুলো পাঁচ টাকা দাম তাতে সমান সমান